All right, guys, so intro for our class for equality and inequalities. And we're going to start pretty basic and work our way up to two-step and one-step equations and solving. So first of all, just as a reminder, the larger goes on the open side of your inequality and the smaller goes on the right-hand side. So these are just cheater notes at this point: equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Hopefully we know these already, but if not, they're there for you to remember. Now, to add to this for memory, as far as open circles and closed circles, which we will get into in a little bit in the next couple of videos as we work down these notes, are going to be greater than less than or greater than symbols. And then your closed is going to be less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, or equal to symbols. Again, just hold on to that for a moment and it'll make a lot more sense at the bottom. But when we're graphing these inequalities, when we put a circle on a number line, it either has to be solid or it has to be open. And it has to do with whether there's an equal portion of that, so that number being included. So if you'll add that to the top of your page and make sure that's on your notes. Now the top of your page is your go-to for all the things. We're going to start with words first. So value of x is greater than, so x is greater than, because that's where x is, or equal to 12. So if we're reading it, we see exactly what we need to put. So x is greater than or equal to 12. 9 is less than, and so less than is this one up here, less than, not equal to, and x. So sorry, less than right here. So 9 is less than x. 7 is less than or equal to x. Now, in the previous classes of Math 1, in 8th grade and your classes prior to us, many students have told me that they get a little messed up when x is on the right-hand side. But when it's words, just draw exactly what it says as to what you're used to. Like they're giving you x last. So you're going to write in order that you're reading. So 3 is not less than x. Now that's a kicker because that's not less than. What is the opposite of less than? So that would be greater, not less, is greater. So 3 is greater than x. X is greater than or equal to 14. The value of x is not greater, so not greater, is less than 11. So x is less than 11. And for less than, if you're reading from left to right, it's your L. So like less than is the L on it's kind of on his side. He's a little cattywampus, but he's still closer to an L than greater than. All right, so x is less than, there's our L, 12. The value of x is greater than 8. So x is greater than 8. The value of x is at most. Now, at most means that if I was to tell you, say, if you come over and mow my grass for me, or if you want to come over and do chores at my house, I will pay you at most $19. If we discuss money and chores and things like that, most of you have no problem understanding that. Because if I tell you at most 19, does that mean I'm going to pay you 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or any number larger than 19? Absolutely not. If I'm going to pay you at most $19 an hour to come do chores for me, you're never going to make more than 19. But that doesn't also mean that I'm going to pay you 19. I might, so it could be an equal to 19, but it could be 17, 18, 15, 5, 2, 1. So that's when you want to have a better conversation if they're hiring you and tell you at most 19. So x is going to have to be less than or equal to 19 because the highest number you're going to hit at most is going to be 19. The value of x is at least 5. So now, opposite conversation. You're coming over to do chores. I'm going to pay you at least $5 an hour for your chores. Maybe we're discussing what kind of chores. So that means, would I pay you $3 or $2 or $4? Nope, because I said at least 5. So that means it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 25, 37, and 104. So x has to be greater than and equal to 5, because at least means I could hand you $5 bills per hour, right? So 16 is not more than x. So not more is less. So 16 is less than x. And 10 is more than x. 10 is more than x. So just some vocabulary things. And you may want to go through and highlight those words so those become back to the forefront of your brain. Because you've done these before, but it's been some time. We just got to get the dust off of it. All right, so that's our vocabulary, our main notes at the top. And then last but not least on this page and for this video, we're going to graph these. So this is where your open circle, and remember that's less than or greater than, or your closed circle, which is going to be less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, or equal to. And open, and not equal to. I forgot about that one. You don't see that one as much in these. But so your open circle is less than, greater than, not equal to, and then your closed circle, so open circle, and then closed circle options, which is the same box you have at the top of your page. All right, so x is less than or equal to -7. So we know we're going to go to -7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw a circle. It's less than or equal to, so less than or equal. That or equal, that's the portion that lets you know to color in that circle. So or equal to. So that little booger on the bottom is how you know we're going to color this in. And then less than, the values that are smaller is always to the left. If you're reading x is less than, because that's where the numbers get negative. And when you start losing money, you have less than you started with. Okay, so if you think of your negatives as losing money, it's less than you started with. So number 2 is x is less than, and I left out an S, sorry, or equal again, or equal to. And so that means we're going to have a closed circle at 5. So we're going to open a circle at 5. The equal part makes us close it in, and x is less than. So we're going to shade to the right. All the numbers smaller than 5. And you can test this, like if any of the words I'm saying or the words your teachers have said before haven't made sense. So x is just the value. So is 4 less than or equal to 5? So if you pick a number on either side, is 6 less than or equal to 5? And then you decide which one of those is true. 4 is indeed less than 5. 6, though, is not less than or equal to 6, so you don't want to shade that way. And that's called taking a test point. So these are test points, deciding which one makes that inequality true. And that's the direction you're going to shade in. And then you could try 0, you could try 10, you could pick whatever numbers you wanted to put in here as a test point to help you decide which direction to shade. And I say that when x is not on the left side, because sometimes that makes it a little easier for you to see. And back to that basic math without doing too much extra thinking. So x is greater than, so just greater. So no equal to. So we're going to do 12, 14, what are we counting by? 12 to 24 is 12. So they're counting by 4s. So 12, so this is going to be 16. If I add 4 to 12, and that's going to be 20, 24. So another thing to pay close attention to. So it's going to be 4, 8, 12. But we're going to go to 16. Open circle. There's not an equal to, so there's not that or equal. So we're going to leave it open. And x is greater than. So that's all the numbers bigger than 16. So again, your test point would be, if I wanted to try 0, because I like 0, is 0 greater than 16? No. Is 20 greater than 16? Yes. So that means you're going to shade in the direction of 20 from where you are. So number 4, I have x is greater than or equal to, positive 10. So I'm going to go to my positive 10. It looks like this guy's counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. And so your test point, if I wanted to try 0, is 0 greater than or equal to 10? No. Is 20 greater than or equal to 10? Yes. So we know we're going to shade to the right, and I just said greater than or equal to, so we want to shade in that circle. Make sure it's solid. Solid circle. Number 5, x is less than or equal to -5, so we're going to go to -5. It does say equal to, so solid circles if there's an equal to it when you read it to yourself, or if you see the line underneath, always a solid circle. And so if I wanted to use a test point, because x is less than, so to the left, if we tried 0, does 0 make this true? Is 0 less than -5? No, so you're going to shade in the opposite direction. So you can test 2 points, or you could just pick your 0 and shade to or away from 0, depending on the true statement. So x is less than -10. So we're going to go, it looks like counting by 20, 30, 40 by 10s. So this is our 10. This is our -10. It's less than. There's no equal to. So we're going to leave it an open circle. And its x is less than 10. So if I try my 0, is 0 less than -10? No. So we're going to shade away from 0. So your test point and shade away from 0 when it's false. All right, guys, so that's your first page of notes for today. See you next video.